Wonder if there's any more brave weapons in the shop that I should get before the end. I could get myself like a brave sword or something, right? Because we have like a bazillion funds now, is the thing. So we might as well, right? We may as well. Hold on. Oh, marketplace then is what I'll check here, and then repair. Yeah, go ahead and repair that. There we go. Thanks a bunch. Are there any brave weapons here? Or did I buy them all already?
Is that the one? Thanks a bunch.
I wonder who in my army can use the brave bow. I guess Bernie can.
Come back.
Would be the case. So let's see here. Yeah, do I have a brave sword around? I do. And I can use it. Yeah, let's use that before then. The silver sword and the iron sword will be our two things. Yeah, sounds like a good idea to me. Oh, hold on. Abilities, because now we have some different things. Like there's Lance Crit plus 10, for example. So I wonder what S plus gives exactly. I wonder what that gives. Here's this counter attack that I can slap on like that. Yeah, allows you to counter attack regardless of distance to attacker. Yeah, spicy. I can just put him in range of like any ballista if we run into any of those down the line. Is what I can do. So let's see here. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Ow, he actually hit me. Darn you. Yeah, I'm about to get to S plus here momentarily. Okay, I'm just gonna skip the thing. There we go, look at that. Lance Fair. Okay, spicy spice, but I'm gonna switch back to the iron sword for now, and I'll just like expend it, I guess. I'll just expend it really quickly. Okay.
I've really made this my own.
I'm not gonna be using Defiant Speed. There's no way I'll be using Defiant Speed.
Inconsequential.
Okay. And then this is the last swing of the iron sword. The last swing we're getting out of it. Darn. All right, well, I guess I'll switch back to the steel lance here in a second. There we go. There we go. Well, now I guess we just win. I guess we just chill here and win now. That's what we better do. Just do nothing. Yeah, so the Death Knight and Bernadette are gonna be my two highest level units, I guess. Will be the case. Yeah,
Inconsequential.
lots of strength. I'll put on Lance Fair here when I get the chance. Let's see if I can put Hubert into a masterclass. Mayhap. Yeah. Go ahead and save. Here we go. Perfect. All right. We should be in a pretty good position to be doing stuff and things now, I believe. We should be in a very good position, all things considered here. Those who select to lead seminars will instruct others in their areas of expertise. I can't wait until not having to worry about this ever again, you know? Wait, with a decisive battle ahead, Harmonia visited the Wait, I choose now? I thought there was one more chapter after this. Maybe it's just a double chapter. This may be all that's coming up. Something like that. It's this part already? Do I spin the wheel?
Like I'm going to have to leave you now. One day, I hope you'll give this ring to someone you love as well as I love her.
Someone I love. Oh gosh, darn it. Oh no. Okay, Yuritsa or Edelgard? I am tempted to spin the wheel. Because I am good either way. So yeah, at the beginning of this stream, I really quickly set up the wheel of like choosing what game we'd stream, and it wound up being Fire Emblem Three Houses with all the text bunched together. Explorers of Sky all bunched together. Assassin's Creed Unity you can't even read. Smash Bros is the only one that you can read clearly. Do I remake the wheel? Oh my good gracious. Let's clear categories and then add a category. And then we'll have Edelgard here. It's gonna be the color red. And then add category. And then Yuritsa is gonna be the color black. Alright, save settings. Let's see here. Edelgard will be so disappointed if you choose Yuritsa over. Oh, you can't even read Yuritsa there. It's, because it's black text on it. You can't read the Edelgard. This wheel is not very good, but, you know, black is Yuritsa, red is Edelgard. I think it's time we spin the wheel of truth, the wheel of fate. I'm sorry, Edelgard, the wheel of fate has spoken. Imagine deciding an important decision like that on a 50-50. The wheel of fate has spoken. So, trade secret times 6. So maybe I should just, like, start saving into a different slot here now. This is maybe what I should do. And we can get up to A support here. Well, Edelgard's gonna be disappointed now. But we get to see what happens with Yuritsa.
Lately, I've noticed that our lunch times seem to coincide with one another's, and
Oh no, am I bothering you? I am, aren't I? I knew you were getting too carried away, Bernie. I mean, it's no wonder you don't want to have lunch with me anymore. Just having me around probably makes your food taste awful.
My food tastes the same as it always does. I was merely stating a fact about our lunches coinciding.
Oh.
But I am curious as to why you want to eat with me. It isn't that you...
Please forgive me! I'm so sorry I've been using you to avoid people! The truth is, hardly anyone ever comes near us, and it's been such a relief!
That's it? Well then, I don't mind.
Huh? You don't?
When last we spoke, you mentioned feeling a kinship to me. So I wondered if you were thinking that we may be kindred spirits of a sort.
Oh? I mean, of course not, Yuritsa! I didn't mean anything like that at all! Kindred spirits? Us? But I mean, totally hypothetical here, but, if I did think we were kindred spirits, would, there be a problem with that?
Yes, there would. The reason I dislike people is because if I don't keep my distance, it is only a matter of time before I kill them. If you continue spending time near me, death may find its way to you.
Oh, I see. I'm not quite sure how to say this, but I'm willing to take the risk. I mean, we're in the middle of a war. I could die at any point now, even tomorrow. So, if being near you means feeling comfortable during my final hours, well, that sounds like a pretty good deal to me. I wasn't entirely honest with you just now about the whole kindred spirits thingy. Want the real truth? I actually think we are. You and I have a whole lot in common. We both had a dark, troubling past. We both built walls around ourselves in response to that, to keep people out. Me, I take all my past hurts out on myself. But you, Yuritsa, you take yours out on the world. Maybe that's why you harm people.
Huh. Well, that was actually a really interesting set of supports there, I do have to say. Also, I am now realizing, like, after looking at that support there, I was like, wait, can they really not S support one another at all? But then I realized that, like, the only ones that show S are, like, the ones that you can support with. It doesn't show, like, the ones that can, like, pair with one another after the credits, considering Edelgard doesn't have, like, any other ones, for example, you know? So it probably is possible for Bernadetta and the Death Knight to do stuff there. I appreciate the raid there, Brandon Line TM. If I'm saying that correctly, I don't know. I sure hope I am. I appreciate the raid there. Hello. Brad Online Team. When I see it with like the capitals and stuff, it's a lot more clear than reading it out of my alert box where it's all lowercase and I'm not quite sure what's what and what's going on with the whole situation there. I appreciate the raid there. Why don't we just stream it if you don't mind me asking? What was on the stream agenda for today? And hello, Professor Gray, and welcome everybody from Brad streaming his stream. We're in the middle of doing some Fire Emblem 3 Houses over here. We're just doing some shenanigans over here. We're in like the kind of final stretch of the final stream of this game. Doing Maddening Iron Man for 3 Houses. Good luck with that. After my last playthrough of Maddening Classic, where this is the 4th and final route to do here. After doing my first 3 playthroughs on the hardest difficulty there was at the time, which was Hard Classic, Maddening Classic, I'm just so done, and I just want to get this game over with now, and we're playing on normal casual now, is what's currently going on. Just to get it done with is what's happening here, so that's the case there. I didn't do a Maddening Classic Iron Man, though. And hello, Crone Ferrora. Hello, welcome to the shenanigans. So, yeah, I know the difficulty of maddening. Maddening Classic, but not with Iron Man and such. You understand 1000% it's a long game, and I really don't like how it makes you do like the same first half so many times over. So the last route that we had here was the Black Eagles Empire route, so like the Crimson Flower route, and we're like right near the end, and I am so freaking hyped to get this done with and not have to worry about covering this game anymore. Like Clouds is very, very crit. Yeah. Like, I really wish that it was kind of... if I could make one change to 3 Houses, the biggest thing would just be, like, just let you start from where it becomes the different routes. Kind of like Fates did, in a way. Like, maybe have the beginning of the game not have you choose a house right there, lock you into a decision which may or may not align with, like, you know, how you actually feel on the matter. And, maybe have, like, the whole... up to the time skip be like teaching all the classes and getting a bit of an idea of each of them, and then it's like before the time skip or after the time skip right there is where you choose and you can like reload from that point at any time. That would be nice if that was a thing, but alas, there is not. So now with how many hours do I have now? I am at 3:45. I'm probably gonna end with like 3:50 by the time this is done. After that long and still technically not having the full story, it's very tiresome. But yeah, maybe give you the option to start from each chapter once you've played it once. That would be nice. That would be very nice as well. Then I wouldn't have had to start from the very beginning of, like, the game, even just for, like, the whole 2 different routes in Black Eagles thingamabob. Thing you keep coming back to is that there are lots of ways to fix the game and, like, very clear the devs weren't interested. Yeah, there was, like, was it an hour, 15 minutes? Was it closer to an hour and a half? Something like that. I did, like, a whole dedicated video essay on this game with, like, all the flaws and things that could be tweaked with this game. Like, there's so much that's so good about this game, but so much that just, like, holds it so far back from full potential with all these little things that should have been changed. So I'm freaking hyped. You caught me at the time where I'm hyped to finally finish off this game. Is the current mood that I'm in. And also, I started this final playthrough like a week before 3 Hopes was announced. So it was like, yeah, I'll get this playthrough done, then I'm finally done with 3 Houses, and then Nintendo was like, pranked 3 Hopes is coming out, and it's like, oh. So, I'm not gonna be truly finished with the 3 Houses world and such by the time I finish this. But with this game, and this cartridge specifically, and these game mechanics, I'll be done. I'm not coming back to it again anytime soon. I appreciate the follow there, Professor Gray. But yeah, yeah, that would definitely one small thing there. There's a whole lot of things I take issue with in this game. Like, one of my biggest problems is the calendar system. But yeah, yeah, 3 Houses, it's never gonna end. It is never gonna end here. We shall see. Like, 3 Houses is such a fantastic game in so many regards. but it's just also such an awful game in so many regards. It's such a mixed bag to me. Like, my first playthrough, I loved it in my first playthrough. My second playthrough, I mostly really liked it and put like 100 hours into that file, and I was starting to feel a little bit of the burnout here and there. And then I really started hating things after the game prompted me to save right before the credits. I was like, okay, and I hit yes to save. And now anytime I load that save file, it just plays the last couple of cutscenes and the credits, and my 100 hours are just like gone, essentially, because it just plays that every time now. So my third playthrough, which is by the time Maddening came out, I was already pretty darn burnt out, and I was trying to take time to do like dedicated builds and whatnot, but I was so bored at that point that I needed to take like a half a year break in the middle of my playthrough, just smack dab in the middle, because I just couldn't have the motivation to finish it off. And I eventually came back, I committed to the rest and finished it off. And I was like, okay, I might not even do a fourth playthrough. I don't know if I can bring myself to do it and get the final one done. I took a 1 year break until coming back to it, you know, a couple weeks ago now, essentially. And then, starting this, getting that all done here. 3 Hopes was announced. I'm almost done now, because I've been, like, committed to it here like crazy. I just want this done, and then I don't have to worry about 3 houses consuming my life anymore. Is the thing, burnout is a keyword. So this run that we're doing, it's following a failed run that ended at 66 hours. No! Absolutely cracked. You need this game to end. You must win this run. You know, it's funny. My initial plans when I first started playing 3 Houses, I was like, yeah, I'll do like hard classic for the first couple playthroughs because that's all that exists right now. Then Maddening classic for the third playthrough. And then now that I really understand the game and its intimacies, like as best as I'm going to understand it, my fourth and final playthrough, I'm going to have it be like super spicy. I'm going to do like Maddening classic, and it's going to be like a challenge where I always need to be training 1 flaw at a time. And then I need to, or I always, at any one time, I always need to be training at least 1 flaw of a character's. So then it becomes like a bit of a moral dilemma. Do I commit to that flaw and flush it out? Or do I still commit to their strengths, but they're just growing like way slower and whatnot? That was my plan. I was going to do Maddening Classic Flaw Train Challenge. But then at this point I was like, I'm so done. I just want to get this done ASAP. So we're playing normal casual, and I'm just freaking bum rushing this, and you know, 1 or 2 of my units can just like take out the entire enemy force. It's crazy. I've never tried this game in normal casual, like in either normal mode or casual mode before this playthrough, so I had no idea what either of those were like up to this point. And now playing normal casual here, it's like, my goodness gracious, this is a, whoops, no, not that. It's something completely different. I guess there's my save files here. So yeah, normal casual, Maddening Classic after that long, and then there's like my hard classic save files from like back when and whatnot. Why do I have so many different save slots for my Maddening Classic playthrough of Golden Deer? No idea what that is, but yeah, normal casual for the first time. I've revoked my try hard card, and I've turned it in for the filthy casual card, because I'm just so done. Normal hard are not that far off from each other in your opinion? It's been 2 years now since playing hard mode, so I wouldn't remember anymore, quite frankly. But yeah, let's just see it. That's exactly what you did, an entire year off, and also committed to seeing it through to the end. So I do JRPG and Fire Emblem, not just streaming Fire Emblem. We stream a bazillion games on this channel. We have 5 ongoing games right now, is the thing. This is just 1 of 5. Like, we do a bazillion games on this channel. It's definitely not just Fire Emblem. Thankfully, I'd lose my mind if it was just Fire Emblem. 50 hours exactly right now. Time for a new game. Yeah, I still have like a whole bunch of other Fire Emblem games to cover on this channel eventually, but once this playthrough is done, I'm gonna feel so much better, is the thing. Let's see here, recently watched the first few parts, and you were really enthusiastic back then. It feels like transcending from SpongeBob to Squidward during the playthrough. You know, this has been a long journey. This has been a long journey here. Like, let's see here. If I find, here's my Fire Emblem 3 Houses playlist. This has been a lot of parts over the last several years here. Let's see here. So there was like some shit posts right at the very beginning. There was like my first playthrough all the way back in, you know, right when it first came out in 2019 with the first few parts. Scroll all the way through that, and it went up until part 60 there is what it was. I finished my first playthrough. So that ended August 18th. So it was later that same month that I was like, yeah, I'm hyped about this game. Let's get into playthrough number 2, which went until November with the Blue Lions, which was over 100 parts. Was the thing, because this went up to 165. And then the DLC came out, and the DLC was actually really fun. I really quite liked that. And then the Golden Deer Maddening Classic playthrough, it just goes on and on and on and on. And then Golden Deer ended with, I hated some of these maps. Like, where was the, freaking Sleeping Sand Legend took an hour 15 minutes, and Grandeur Field took nearly 2.5 hours. Those are like my 2 least favorite maps in the whole thing. It was insane. I can't imagine doing an Iron Man. And then, yeah, so that ended on February 19th. And then February 5th, we start this playthrough. Is the thing. Starting with part 279. Oh, man. Up until part 291 for the last stream. And this stream, we've been going for like 7 hours now. So it's gotta be over 300 parts at this point. Is what it's gotta be. A 300 part series over 68 streams of Fire Emblem 3 Houses. I can't wait to be done with this. I'm so hyped for the idea of being done with this game. Essentially. Wait, I was gonna check if Hubert wanted to promote here. Let me go ahead and save here real quick one last time. Hubert, you want to like promote into a thing? You want to think about riding a horse? 48%. That's basically 100%, right? Watch this. Bam! He totally got it. You just weren't watching. You probably blinked, but he's a Dark Knight now. You just didn't see it, okay? We have Dark Knight Hubert. I don't think that the horse is quite for him though, so I'm just gonna continue playing him and like dismounted is what I'm gonna do. After all, he won't have all that good of like movement on stairs and like through forest and yada yada if he's on horseback or whatever. So I think we're just gonna keep him dismounted for now, and he'll just like have the horse in his back pocket, okay? That's what's going on here. Yep. Alright, let's go ahead and load up this save file here. Man, fishing! That's so crazy. Alright, I guess we'll just go to the next chapter. Unless I want to try like the other horse. It's Schrodinger's Hubert. Yeah, it is. I can always try the other horse. Yeah, merely casting anti-horse magic. The horse is just invisible. Do I want to try the other horse just for funsies? If he wants to become like a white mage kind of horse instead, the Holy Knight. Forgetting the names because... You know, it's funny, shortly after my Maddening Classic playthrough, because we had already done, like, the first half of Black Eagles with the first playthrough anyway, with this route splitting, I decided that this save file I actually brought all the way up to the point when it splits on my own time, shortly after the Maddening Classic playthrough. So I actually had this file prepared to start right when it splits, like, probably as of, like, half a year ago, or something like that, so... It's kind of crazy coming back to this. So this isn't like a full playthrough up to this point. This is just like a half playthrough, essentially, is what this almost is. Yeah, the horse is not to be had around. But hello, Triabolical. Maybe he wants the other horse. Try it out for funsies. Oh, okay. Okay,
I've passed, have I?
Okay, sure. There you go, Hubert. Have fun. Alright, combat at Taltine Plains. The Black Eagle Strike Force, in its continued pursuit of Fodlan's unification, marches on Ferdiad. Kingdom and Church forces prepare to meet you at Taltine Plains, a place laden with history. Let's get this game done. Let's get it done. Turn off cameras and stuff for the cutscenes. Let's get it done.